That shit didn't take.
Didn't take.
What other ships you have?
What just happened? How'd you go boom?
That's what happens when I go in and out.
That just happens when you go in and out?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like out of the mode. I was like, what? Just, you went in and out of your pilot seat and no, different. Let's see here. Alright, I'm gonna leave it in this mode so that you guys can see. I'm gonna check on my wife and make sure she doesn't need help with anything. I'll be right back.
Okay, so I finished downloading the base game, but now I need to download the updating game content. Which I don't know why they don't just call it the base game, but I don't know if anybody's there, because nobody's responding.
I'm here.
Yes, you are. How are you doing, Kyoto?
Good. How are you?
Cool. I'm doing good. Good. I'm more awake now after the food.
More awake now?
Yeah, I was tired when I got on.
Oh.
Not as tired. Still tired, but not as tired.
Well, that's good. Tired
I
sucks.
got more food. It's just cereal. This is cereal can be eaten at any time of the day.
You gotta get your
Including-
fiber.
Yep. Sometimes you don't need as much fiber as I have, but then again, I feel like I need more fiber.
There you go.
It's probably gonna be like it's gonna be a while till this game just finishes downloading.
Yeah.
I bought Star Citizen.
Cool.
How do you feel about that?
I don't care.
Oh, okay. You didn't seem to like it.
I don't think the game's ever gonna get finished.
Okay. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know if it will. But whatever.
Yep. It's obviously playable enough because Scandor's put thousands of dollars into it, or 8,000 into it, so.
Playable enough to be a game. So,
Yeah.
that's it, yeah. As well as something that really piqued my interest was Bear Owl. So, a little while ago, you know, he was describing that the whole thing with where they had two ships. They were friendly ships.
I'm back, by the way, guys.
Oh, hello. And then they were doing raiding practice, whatever. And that's one of the reasons this game is cool, because you can do that and you can do it yourself.
I don't even understand what that means.
Well, you don't need to. I'm just kind of talking to myself. People are listening. So.
Yep. It's all good. Hey, Barrel, how many shots did it take?
With a Gatorine, well, I would
Yeah.
have conquered individual shots because it's a rapid fire weapon, but it took you down in about 7 seconds.
Okay, so you held it down. All right, that's crash number 10. Jesus. Crashing. We'll see if it translates over into the PU. I may actually take advantage of the fact that I'm able to throttle the frame rate. Let me see here. I'm gonna try something in my settings here. But yeah, I think what Taters is describing is the practice of jumping out of your ships and going in to invade another larger ship.
Oh.
By the way, key. So.
Well, you see, that's why, right? I swore as a kid that if anybody tried to do this, successful or not, I would back them. Because what the game company has been doing all this time is a travesty, because they make a game where you're either a person on the ground, on foot, like Mass Effect, or you're in a ship, you know, like countless other space games,
Yeah.
right? But that is not the genre, right? Because if you are a fan of space adventure movies, you know, Star Wars or Star Trek or Expanse or any number of them, right? Imagine if all the actors, if all the movie companies said, okay, from now on, right, all the new Star Treks and whatnot, Captain Picard can't get out of his seat, he's super glued. All the actors are super glued to the inside of their ships. There's no more away missions. Han Solo's not gonna have a shootout at the bar with some stormtroopers and get back to the
Wait. Are you
Millennium
talking
Falcon.
shit about Elite Dangerous right now? Because that's not cool,
Right.
dude.
I'm not
No,
talking about Elite
No,
Dangerous.
he's talking
I'm
about
talking
just any game where you
just
can't get
any
out of the
game in
ship.
general, right?
The same problem in the other direction where you have just pure space shooters where
Exactly,
you can't
yeah.
really even get in a ship.
And I'm not saying those games are not worthwhile, right? I'm just saying that what I object to is people saying that that's the same genre you have in movies, because that's not what happens in the movies, right? In the movies,
Well,
so in
it's
other
always
words,
that-
What
you
you
couldn't
want?
have.
What you want is a video game that is played like a movie. Is that what you're saying?
In other words, right, that is for the fans of that genre you see in the movie, because there are a lot of sci-fi fans that like that genre and they like, you know, all the things that happen in it. So to do all the base things, you need the ability to have both on foot, right, and in space combat. You know, otherwise the Jedi are never gonna get out their spaceships and wave their swords around or whatever, right?
So what other games other than Elite Dangerous do you not get out of your ship? I just want to know.
Everyone.
Everyone? So like No Man's Sky, you don't get out of your ship?
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky doesn't have a flight model. That's the problem with that one.
Okay.
No Man's
so-
Sky is not about flying.
Because I kind of feel like you're just
Well, if I could answer
picking
the
at
question,
games like Elite.
right? If I could answer the question, right?
Go
No
ahead.
Man's Sky has first person, but what it lacks to why it's not the movie genre either is because in those movies there's a lot of action, right? There's a lot of people shooting in ships on the ground and whatnot. And No Man's Sky is not a PvP game, it's like Subnautica in space. And I'm not dissing those other types of games, right? They're worthwhile, I play
No
them.
Man's Sky also is
Right,
a-
but you just made the similarity that you're glued to your seat, you can't get out of your ship.
Mhm.
So it's obvious that you're picking at Elite Dangerous, and you know that I'm
Microsoft
playing
Flight
Elite
Simulator?
Dangerous right now.
Yeah, it's
I think
all
that's
one
kind of
time.
a
I can't
dick
hear you,
move.
right? What? Yeah, I can't hear it because two people are speaking at the same time.
There's no need to pick fights, man. Like, this has
No,
been
he's
his
obviously
argument.
picking a fight with me right now because he knows I play Elite Dangerous.
Alright, dude.
I do? I don't know. I wasn't talking
I know
about
you
Elite
played
Dangerous.
Elite Dangerous. This is the same conversation that Barrel has had with everyone since.
Yeah, and
Just
I
first
had
time.
and I play Elite, so I don't know why would I pick a fight. And besides, I've played games like that. Elite is not the first game to do that, right? I'm talking about when I was a little kid. You must understand, when I was a little kid, they weren't Space Invaders, right? So I can't
Right.
possibly be
So
talking
you
about
didn't
just
start. You didn't
Green
start out with
Commander
that,
did it.
so I took it
Freelancer did
as
it.
you were talking
Steve did
shit
it.
about.
No, he's just saying since he was a little kid, when all of the space games, you were either
Every single
a
one.
side scroller dude, or you were in a ship that wasn't. What the hell is this?
Mass Effect did it to an extent because it had great on-foot combat, but you didn't have any space combat,
Yeah.
right?
Or they'll have like ships that you can get into, but
Yeah,
they usually sacrifice on one of the models, right?
yeah, so you're never playing the
variety.
complete genre, right? And I love all those games, right? I'm not dissing those games as games. What I get an issue with is when they're talked about as if they're the same genre we see in movies like Star Wars, which that is not the case.
Yeah.
So what I'm
And
saying
no,
is that
no one makes that claim about Elite Dangerous.
right?
Dangerous stands on its own. As
Yeah, the devs are not going for that. They're going for more sciencey exploration sort of thing, right?
I mean, Elite Dangerous is a space flight simulator. No Man's
really
Sky
good
is a planet walking around simulator harvesting. Let's see. Star Citizen is a space
person simulator.
Yeah, like you're a person on a ship simulator.
Or not on a ship. Like,
Yes.
that's the key difference. Like,
Yeah, well, Star Citizen's not really a simulator because if you're a simulator, you'd be firing missiles from beyond visual range, you know, and all that. It's more like a movie sort of thing, Star Wars type action.
yeah, they do tend to focus a lot more on like what looks cooler and what feels
Exactly,
cooler and
right,
what's
and
realistic.
that's why it has like aliens
the-
in it, and
Well, and like they'll change the size of something to look cooler, even though it wouldn't make sense from a physics
in other words,
perspective.
it tries to be less science and more movie. So whatever you would see in the movies is what you see here.
Well, I just want to
Yeah.
clarify that Elite's going to eventually someday have avatars that walk around just like Star Citizen, so
Hmm?
At least they have said it several times.
Dude,
I'm sorry, someone should
they
have
have
said it.
concept art too, so it's not like they're
Yeah.
just saying it because some other game has it. They
No,
plan on it.
Not worth
No, I
saying,
will say-
dude.
I feel
Yeah,
like
what's
it
that
would
again?
Be nice, but I feel like Elite Dangerous doesn't really need that. I think it's. I mean, you could add it, but after playing the game a bit, it doesn't really feel like space legs are a vital part to the enjoyment of playing that game. Specific
I
enjoyment
think
of
it's
playing the
mainly
game is
really
not.
cool for scale.
I
Right?
don't like
that's-
even trying to compare games to other games because they're all works of art, right? They're all
Yeah.
different. They're not the same. So
And they're going for
how
different
can we
things.
say that, you know, this game is anything like another game or that game is like that game?
It isn't.
when-
It's a different genre.
right?
different
They might
genre.
all just be in space, but they're
It's
not.
not.
Anywhere
It's not so much
close to
devs that do that. It's more players that do that, right?
Yeah. Well, we naturally try and compare things to like a common frame. of
Right.
reference.
I wouldn't compare them because their very statement is, you know, they're all going for something different. It's just that some people see, it happens in space, so it must be the same genre, and I'm like, no, it's not, because StarCraft, you know, StarCraft, the RTS, that doesn't
Yeah.
come up in conversation, but that
No,
happens in
it's
space.
a little too different to get confused.
But you understand what I'm saying? No, but look at the storyline. It happens in space. It has spaceships.
You know,
Right,
I get
same
where
thing
you're
with
going with
Homeworld.
that. It's just,
You understand what I'm saying? So not every game that, in other words, there's a difference between setting of the storyline and how the game plays. Right, gameplay. And normally a genre in a game is talking about how the game plays, which is why StarCraft is an RTS.
are
Mass
you going
Effect is a shooter.
backwards slightly?
Yeah.
Ugh.
And I was
So
I was
hard.
not really trying to compare them. I'm more just trying to talk about both games in relation as they are both games.
Yeah.
They're both video games. That's one thing that
For me, they both are very similar experiences, especially because a lot of my focus is on being a pilot. Hey, Kat, thanks for checking in.
Oh yeah, that's another point, because for me, my focus would probably be something more like not being a pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Star
you
Citizen.
can't do that.
So
Because
that's why
I
in
can
the
run
old
around
days,
and do things. but
Yeah, I
dangerous.
supported Battlefield because it was the only game doing combined arms. You know, because in real war it's not just soldiers or just airplanes or just ships. It's everything. That's the same
you
thing
wanna try
I
a
find
couple
in the
shots
space
at me?
movie
Let's
genre.
see how many it takes to take down the.
Yeah, I'll try a
Superman.
minute. Right. So my whole point, what I got off the rails with, is whether it's CIG or Star Citizen or somebody else, somebody eventually has to do this, because if you're ever going to have a movie-like experience, space game or not, you need both on foot and in vehicle. You know, the days of just being a vehicle alone. If you're trying to do a movie experience, not something else, right? Well, if you want to get what you've seen in movies, well, then you need both together.
Yeah.
And that's why I got into it. I only got into the minimal level of 45.
And I think, you know, honestly, like what brought us together was the experience in Orbis. Like, as janky as that game was, it was the first game that I was able to run up to a random person and talk to them with my mouth and use my mannerisms in game. Well, that was quicker, I imagine.
Yeah, that was pretty quick.
Did you send killed you before you even hit the trigger? Because I saw it come up on chat like as your first barrage of bullets came through.
As a matter of fact, one of the things that concerns me is that SC has been being worked on for a long time, and nobody else, none of the other big companies have even announced plans to do anything like this. You know, not even to this level, just the 5 fundamentals you would need for the movie genre, which is the on-foot and in-ship adventures, the PvP, Predators versus Play thing,
Yeah,
and actors instead of text.
Like, actors instead of what?
Actors instead of text. In other words, you ever play games like The Witcher or the Mass Effect series or anything like that? Yeah. You know, everything is, you're playing as Geralt and he's all voice acted, and they try to make it very immersive like that. You're not reading quest text then, and it's like a typical MMO.
No,
Okay.
in that sense of being a story-driven game, Star Citizen, I don't know because I haven't played it yet, but it doesn't seem to be very story.
Oh, it definitely is. It's just this, no, not seeing any PT at the moment.
Yeah, our initial experience of it is light on that end, but I'm really excited for Squadron 42.
Yeah, because Squadron 42 is really that end of things in Star Citizen where it has
a
all the big
single
actors like
player
Mark Hamill and whatnot.
mode for the game.
Yeah.
And I'm
It's so
hoping we
funny.
hear some more about that sitcom. What
It's
was
so,
that?
It's so funny to hear you guys try and compensate for its shortcomings. Like, oh, it's coming. It's gonna be here any day now.
All right, man.
I don't try to compensate for that. I'm just saying, right? It's since
I'm
no one
excited
else is
for
doing
That's
it.
what we're saying.
I'm not excited or anything. It's just as a
I'm
kid, I
excited
said
for
I would
the
support whoever tried to do it, not necessarily succeed at it. Whoever tried to do it. My disappointment with the rest of the industry is, right? This project has proven that people want it. There's demand, otherwise they wouldn't spend so much on it. And yet, no competition has stepped up to try and do something similar. And I don't like monopolies. There should be competition for it at the moment in the same genre.
I know a lot of people are looking to get into the market for sure. Like, it seems like all the big names are trying, but they're all shooting for things that are achievable
No, they're not.
and a lot
They're
less.
not trying to do it. That's the thing. They're all either going for.
They're not trying to bite off that whole piece. They're trying to grab a chunk of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so
But we're not asking for a lot. Here's the thing, because right, you already have games like Battlefield,
yeah.
and you can get in your vehicle and get out of it. You're a person.
Hey, what's up?
Subnautica, you can walk around inside your submarine. So just because a game takes place in space is not an excuse for a game company to say, well, no, we can't do that. You know what I mean? It's been done. You know what I'm saying? Because Subnautica is not a big budget game. I mean, I wouldn't expect them to take the risk of doing everything Star Citizen try to do, but I'm talking about the core fundamentals. I'm talking about all the other frills and whistles that makes this take a long time. Just basic. It has on foot and in-ship adventures. It has voice acting.
Well, like, even thinking about like a whole nother genre, like the fact that we haven't had a Skyrim that was multiplayer, right? that same kind of like you want this cinematic experience with a lot of storyline. No, Elder Scrolls Online is not. It's nothing like Elder Scrolls. I played it. I was really excited for it, but it was just WoW with a skin. Like at the end of the day.
When did you play Elder Scrolls last?
It was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I can't waste.
Yeah, a lot of things
my
didn't
life on a
transfer
game
from
that just
Skyrim.
sucks. The fact was that like I wanted to be able to sneak. I wanted to be able to shoot the bow. I wanted the PvP everywhere, just like you get in. Like if you shoot someone, you shoot them. There's no. I didn't shoot it thing.
So you mean like multiplayer Skyrim?
Yeah, like multiplayer Skyrim, even if it wasn't like massive multiplayer, right? Like, but there's so few things that have a good story that also have many players, and I don't know that this game will give us that. That'd be neat, but even the story mode that I have seen so far has been reserved for the single player experience. So. Yeah,
So what's everybody's? I don't know what games you're into, but if you do like any story type games like Witcher or whatnot, what's everybody's favorite? Game that had like voice acting and characters in it.
I don't know what everyone's is. I feel like the Fallout and the Elder Scrolls series has a pretty avid following now. Like those always come to mind for me when it comes to like rich story and open world experiences. They really have that going, and so I think Fallout 76 has a really solid chance of doing things. I haven't really looked too much into that. I know you had been talking about that a while ago, Key. Pretty heavily. Have you seen anything more about Fallout 76 or anyone else?
I think it's coming out next week. Maybe.
Is it?
That's
it
what
really?
somebody
I
was saying.
never mentioned Fallout 76. I never give a crap about that game.
I could have
it's coming out next week.
you posted something about it before you started playing Star Citizen
Okay, maybe it's
I
next
never
week.
post
played Star
the link.
Citizen.
or Elite Dangerous. You know what Oh, voice acted? Man, that's hard to think. What's your favorite, any game, what's your favorite character voice acted, Kat? The Inigo mod in Skyrim? That...
Want you to stay, don't fly away. Why am I so into you? You wanna play, but I ain't good at games. Yeah, I know I'm not that cool. And every time you're not around, I feel the only thing I need is the sweet way you tell me that we're lost in symmetry. And I'm sorry if I'm shy, darling, this is just me. I lay down with you all day, but you're playing hide and seek. You say, baby, follow me. You won't regret, but girl, you keep running since the day we met. Could you stay here for a sec? Let's take a breath, now enjoy this sunset. And take my hand. flying high, high in the sky, so you can touch the blue. And deep down I know this ain't gonna work, 'cause this love makes me a fool. And every time you're not around, I feel the only thing I need is the sweet way you tell me that we're lost in symmetry. And I'm sorry if I'm shy, darling, this is just me. I'd lay down with you all day, but you're playing hide and seek. You say, baby, follow me, you won't regret. But girl, you keep running since the day we met. Could you stop here for a sec?
Restrict speed until clear of the station perimeter.
Enjoy this sunset and take my hand. Hide and seek, hide and seek, hide and seek. Playing hide and seek, hide and seek, hide and seek. Ooh. You're playing hide and seek. You're playing hide and seek.
You've dropped off our scanners.
Sync deployed. Thermal signatures deployed.
Touchdown confirmed. Commence system shutdown.
I don't know what to say. I gave my heart away, you know I got sucked in. And the truth I dare not speak. If only I could stay for one more week. I'm feeling kinda torn, I wanna stop before it gets on my heart and starts to beat. Yeah, I move my feet. You're making me wait, and your love ain't cheap. Another forest fire of untamed desire. She's speaking out of is how it's always been, and the truth I dare not speak. If only I could stay for one more week. I'm feeling catatone. I wanna stop it before it gets on my heart. It starts to beat. Yeah, I move my feet, making me weak. And your love ain't cheap. It starts to beat. Yeah, I move my feet, making me weak. And your love ain't cheap. And your love ain't cheap. No, your love ain't cheap. No, your love ain't cheap. No, your love ain't cheap. I never felt like this before. Strung out on the floor, shaking to my core. And now you're leaving. Stuff is still in all my drawers, but you're headed out the door. What I do this for? When I said what I said, when I meant it. But you know how things have changed. I am not.
Let's get dangerous.
Welcome back, Bigishi.
Exhausted every single day, till the moment I'm in bed. It's fucking with my head, thinking about you. Do you ever think of me? And the day you up and left, man, I'm so depressed. When I said what I said, when I meant it. But you know how things have changed. I am not broken yet, but I'm bending. Did I throw this all away? I wanna be the one who gives you everything, but I gotta tell the truth. I'm hanging by a string. I am not broken yet, but I'm bending. I am not.
I don't know. What do you want me to do? I'm just earning money so I can buy stuff. You want to watch me try and fight some Thargoids? You like them aliens, don't you? I'll have to rename the stream if I switch over to Thargoid hunting.
Should I say hi or let
Maybe.
you slip on by?
Hmm.
Part of me wants to be by your side, but part of me
Yeah, people will get angry if I have this tag on my stream and fighting Thargoids.
If you save my life, and it all comes down to this, I'll be going crazy.
Hey, Casual Gaming, my money-making scheme, just the most commonly known one. It's passenger missions from Robogo to Sothis and back. If you don't know about it, I can teach you how. Yep, economic cabins, 4E. I'm sacrificing one cabin slot for FSD booster right now because I haven't fully engineered this Anaconda yet. I guess I could probably go finish that up real quick. Maybe not right now. I'm still making 80 mil an hour, so. I might actually change it up. Go out to the California Nebula. Change the scenery. I've been having alerts saying that my frames are dropping. Are you guys noticing the stream at all? Is the stream screwing up at all? Is it even noticeable? Alright, so it must be the software. Well, that's good to know. I did change a bunch around. I turned down the resolution of my stream. I was streaming 1080, but I thought it might be too much of a load on my streaming software or something, so I turned it down, and now I'm getting alerts about drop frames.
Hello.
Oh, hey, Alaric. What's up, man?
How are you?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
It's been an interesting day. Focus Elite.
Did you get your shit all set up yet, or?
Mostly. It seems like I'm waiting. Once he gets that new version pushed out, it seems like the like a lot of the locating stuff seems a little bit broken. But I also need to read through his new reformatted thing. He still has the video up though, so I'm gonna do that soon. Reset HMD. Watch the whole video. What are you doing right now?
Whole video, huh?
Yeah, he left that whole stream of him messing with voice attack up.
Oh, but
that
careful! I think he was
2.5 hours.
He was listening to music while that was going, so it might be muted. Anyways.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, it was still working earlier, but it might get muted at some point. I hope not. I should finish that tonight then. I didn't think about that.
I'm making 80 mil an hour out here in Robogo, but I might change it up and actually go try passenger missions somewhere I haven't been to before. The California Nebula apparently has passenger missions too, so, and that's about 80 mil an hour too.
I was there the other day.
Yeah, you said you went there and then you got blown up, right?
Yeah. I had an emergency and I had to remember when I abandoned you and I was like, I gotta go, I'll be right back. Like right when you joined. Yeah, I had left my ship floating in the middle of a space station when I requested to leave.
Oops.
So right at that exact same moment, and it got blasted. But like I legitly had to leave right then.
You could have Alt F4'd the game and it would have logged you out. Just so you know.
I guess so. I should have just done that. But I was in a panic. I had to go. Wow, that is a fucking crate. Woo!
It's
Gorgeous.
It's
Landing gear. Oh god, no, fuck. We're good. I didn't
good?
crash. We're fine. We're fine.
One of my viewers says hi, Alaric.
What?
One of my viewers says hi, Alaric. I'm live streaming.
Hello.
But I'm not hanging out down there in that channel down there.
Oh. Why am I flying so shitty today? What is wrong with me?
I don't know. It's because you're dependent on voice attack now. Does does Malik
not
have
even that.
autopilot yet?
No. Lights. What? Lights. Okay, that's weird. Find keys. Lights.
So I gotta ask, does having my overlay on my screen turned on, does that make the game look worse? I can't tell. I'm not watching my own stream.
When what happens?
Well, I got my overlay
Lights.
turned on right now, down at the bottom of the screen. I think it takes away from the game. I need to I think I should go a little more minimalistic on it.
I'll have to check it out. I'll have to watch it here in a little while.
Ah, you don't have to,
Don't
Alex.
get sleep.
You need to
I
earn
think
some
voice
moolah
attack for
or something. Have you decided to go exploring yet at all, or?
I mean, not really, kind of. I've got 15 mil right now. I need to make. I'm waiting. Right now, I'm killing an hour and a half until my what is it called? That the Diamondback Explorer gets delivered to me, and then I'm gonna start doing some actual. Because right now, all I've got is my frickin' Orca. So, and it's not nearly as much as the what is it? The Diamondback, I think, is it what 45 or something like that? 46? I don't remember. So I'd rather have that right now.
Should we go engineer your ship? Do you want me to help you out there at all?
That would be awesome. Yeah, anything. Like, I would honestly, I was saying earlier today, I'd really love to do some multi-crew where we're actually fighting something.
You want to just
Because now
wing
that I
up?
know how to target subsystems, yeah, that would be cool.
Oh, I see.
Now
You
that I
want
know
a
how to
multi-crew.
target subsystems.
Yeah, we could multi-crew, I guess. I was thinking I could
Whatever you want to do.
take you on a journey through the Pleiades and get you your meta alloy for Felicity Farseer.
Where would I need to go?
Well, you could do it two ways. We could do it the easy way, where you just go to a station and buy the meta alloy, or we could do what I saw someone else doing today and actually go to a barnacle site and gather the meta alloy. You could see a Thargoid barnacle site.
I'm game with absolutely all of that.
Yeah, or we could even go to a Thargoid structure.
Lights. Find keys. Lights.
Reload
There we go.
profile.
What the hell? I had to reload the app. Okay. I just found out that scanning ships can sometimes give you things.
Yeah, I told you about that. While you're flying in Super Cruise, you should always just target all the ships until they fully scan. It'll give you data. It'll give you scan data that you can use for engineering later.
I just spark. Good God. I just park in front of a space station.
Yeah, you could do that too. It's
And then
just as
just
easy
lock
to.
in as they come in.
Yeah,
Yeah, lock on as they hyperdrive.
yeah.
I just like to pretend I'm a federal dropship. Just scoping the place out. Not really. I'm not gonna lie. I really want a Rataconda.
Yeah, a travel conda?
Yeah, but I call it the Rataconda because I want to build it to be a fuel rat.
Really? You want to be a fuel rat now, huh?
Oh man, I've wanted to be a fuel rat since they rescued me once. Plus, I mean, I said I wanted to be an explorer, sort of. So
Yeah.
they're both basically the same build.
I
Just
thought
has
about-
some extra racks so I can send out the the fuel limpets.
I thought about going Thargoid hunting tonight.
That
Maybe.
would be cool.
Yeah, I don't think you'd survive, but you could watch me fight him.
I mean, I still want to go. Yeah, I would go. I wouldn't even. I don't even have weapons. Would they still attack me?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Once you piss them off,
man.
they just attack whoever.
But if I don't piss them off, I guess since we're winged up though,
Yeah.
they'd be automatically pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe how fucking massive these stations are. It's insanity, dude.
Yeah,
Wow.
there's flight assist off training that you can do with the station because it orbits, so you can. I think you've already tried it, haven't you?
Yeah. That's I posted that forever ago. The flight assist off. What's it called? Tethering.
Yeah, I think I'm on proficiency 4 now.
Yeah, I can't flight assist off. It doesn't work for me. I'm so bad at it. I guess I should just practice more, but
Yeah.
oh, that was close.
It's getting really cold over here in Seattle right now. I think it hit 60 degrees today.
Nice.
Freezing. My feet are cold right now.
So we're gonna go to this thing. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do some flight assist off training. I'm trying to kill some time for my Diamondback Explorer to get in.
What are you gonna fly in?
I don't know. Whatever.
Go buy a Sidewinder.
fly
They're
with-
cheap. It's like 10K
Do
or
what?
something. Just buy a Sidewinder.
What is
Every
A
station
Sidewinder?
sells a
Right.
Sidewinder. It's the first ship you start out in. Just buy one. They're cheap.
Um,
And if you blow it up, it doesn't really matter.
What's a good cheap fighter
Like,
other than the Sidewinder? Just the Sidewinder?
well, I mean, what do you want to do? You want to fight actual ships with one?
Or whatever we were gonna do with it, yeah.
Vulture would be good.
Is that under 15 million?
I don't know. Yeah, I think it is.
I've got 15 million to work with right now.
Well, I think it's cheaper, yeah.
Why am I so bad at this? Okay,
Let's see if
Focus.
they sell one here. I doubt they sell one
focus.
here. No,
I'm so bad at tethering.
they don't sell one here. Well, how do you have your thrusters set up?
What do you mean?
Well, the tether, you need to turn off flight assist and then use your thrusters to move around. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Vertical thrusters, horizontal thrusters.
Yep.
Damn, board flipping's starting to suck.
I think they're onto it. I think they're already like nerfing it. Because last night I board flipped like 4 times and I didn't get any other missions that I didn't already see. I mean, they were basically the same thing, but none of them were ones that I needed. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were all what was left behind already. Just changed its name. Why am I drifting so far back? Alright, get on in there. I'm not even keeping up with what I was. Flight assist off sucks. I'm so bad at this.
Detached confirmed. Watch for oncoming traffic when passing through the area.
Watch for oncoming
Powered
traffic when
engines.
passing through the mail slot. I'm not watching for oncoming traffic. I hate it when it's obfuscated by the planet.
Hello.
Hey bud, what's up?
I gave Star Citizen a shot, and for the last 20 minutes I couldn't even get the game to load, so I am getting into Elite.
Cool.
What are you guys up to?
I'm earning money, but I was thinking about taking Alaric out to maybe some places out in the Pleiades.
Safe travels, Commander.
Cool. Give me 4 hours and I'll join you.
You coming all the way back to the bubble?
I'm thinking about it.
Is it that boring out there in Colonia?
No, it's not that boring. What I want to do is I want to bring my crate back and get it A rated
Oh, I got
and
you.
get the parts that I want. But
You can get a pretty
ah,
good jump range on a crate. I got mine with full combat ready and exploration ready. It gets about 39 light years to the jump.
yep, I was getting 32, and I had a fighter bay and an SRV bay
Mm-hmm.
and AFMU and all my scanners.
Yeah, wow, that's more than I had. I think I had.
Yeah, there's no way for I was looking at it like
Whoa, this dude's wanted. Wish I had weapons. Sorry, go ahead.
there's no way for me to get the repair limpets and have cargo space for limpet controller and have the stuff that I want, because I want to be able to have fighters so that way people can come and play like we did when we were in Sagittarius.
Oh yeah.
By the way, I made some highlights on that
Request
stream,
docking.
so you
On
can
the
see
what?
the arrival to where I got to like 126% heat because I got too close.
Oh, nice.
Pad 13.
Don't worry about Alaric. He's installed Malik's profile, and now he's using everything he can.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Dude, the pad thing is so useful though for me because I don't remember where they're all at.
Don't you look at your compass?
Yeah, it's on the compass.
Yeah.
What?
It's on the
What
compass.
do you
Yeah.
mean?
Once you get through the mail slot, the compass on the to the top left of your map,
The radar.
Oh, well,
the-
yeah.
that thing tells you
The thing with
exactly
the dot
where it
in
is.
it?
The thing with the dot in it, yeah. That tells you exactly where your pad is in relation to the way you're facing.
I guess, but you still have to go through the. You still have to make it through the slot first, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
this will tell me where it is before I even go through the slot,
Okay.
and then I can just. I don't know. I like it. To each their own. You know what I mean?
Hey, I use a docking computer,
I'm
so
still 6.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
fair. Yeah, I'm 6 kilometers away, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's gonna be mid 3 o'clock. Swoop, plant, out.
well, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and say.
I technically have a docking computer, don't I? Oh God, I forgot. I've just been turning it off. I really should use this docking computer. Just repairing my ship is expensive, over and over and over again.
so Alaric needs to earn some.
Well, I'm back in
money.
Colonia now.
You're back at Colonia. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like any kind of money-making missions out there at all, or is it just a wasteland?
Yeah, it's just like the
Powered
regular
engines.
bubble, right? And it's actually richer for mining.
Landing gear.
Like if you want a really good place to go mining, they have some of the richest places to go.
Huh.
That's one of the reasons why the lore behind why the bubble was set up there. It's like the gold rush, right?
Oh, okay.
Go west.
So Colonia is the gold rush. Interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
Like what? There's diamonds and stuff out there. Low temp diamonds. Lots of
I
ice
don't-
rings?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess that's what everything I've read is. It's all about like it's mining, and then there's like all the normal trade missions, and it's kind of like another bubble. So
Mm.
everything that you would get is just here. It's just there's less high tech systems, so there isn't many A-rated stuff.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah,
I think they're
and
gonna.
the engineers are here now, so that's good.
Pad 31.
Saw a guy last night. He had a third account that he was building for exploration. He had one already for PvP, one for Colonia, and he had a third one just to fly around the galaxy. And he was building that one up. I thought that was kind of crazy. It's sad that this game makes you buy 3 accounts to do that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it makes you, but
Right. I mean, you could just go do that, but then.
by the way, when you were talking about the number of commanders, You're 2.
Huh?
For the player faction, you got to count yourself twice.
Oh, why?
Because you have 2 commanders.
Oh, right. Forgot about that. Man, I keep getting alerts from my stream software that I'm getting skipped frames, but people are
Landing
saying
gear.
they don't see it. So I don't know if I should worry about it or not.
It's.
Whoa, that thing
I
is
went
massive.
back and watched mine where mine was giving me those errors, and every time I got one of those errors, the stream jitters for a couple of seconds, and then it goes back to normal.
Huh.
So if your streamers aren't watching, like, glued to it, that they might be missing that.
Yeah.
Is it typically when you're jumping into a star?
I can't really tell. It's pretty random, actually. Like, I just got one when I dropped out of Super Cruise at Sirius Atmospherics. Oh, wait, no, you know what? It happens every time I hit Sirius Atmospherics.
Yep, that's a CPU thing.
But I'm watching my CPU and it's not going up that high.
No, yeah, but you got to remember, how many cores is your CPU? What do you have, an i7, i5?
6 cores.
So if you've got 6 cores, then divide 100% by 6, and that's what 1 core is. So, like for me, when I hit 25%, that means one of my cores is pegged.
I don't know, man. I'm looking at my process monitor right now, and it's not really... It spikes in places, but it's not that bad. It's like a quick spike and then back down to nothing. Like, I'm at 50% CPU right now.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, but that's showing you by the total processor, not the individual cores.
I guess I could open up a more detailed one. Oh, there it goes again. And the CPU didn't spike that time. Unless it's about to spike. Nope. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, if you go to Resource Monitor,
yeah,
then Resource Monitor actually has a chart for each of your CPUs.
That's why I said I could open up a detailed one, but CPU 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 CPUs. What?
Yeah, because it's Intel, it's hyper-threaded.
I have 12 CPUs.
Yeah.
I mean, I could go and try and overclock my shit a little bit. It's not overclocked at all right now. So I think I'm only running at like 4 point something megahertz. I could go up to 5.
This can't be right. My Windows Resource Monitor is telling me that each of my CPUs is loaded identically.
Yeah, that's what mine says too.
That can't be right. That's just not how...
Sounds like we need a higher tech solution.
Landing gear.
I don't know, should I turn on SNMP and pull out my cacti server and...
No. If anything, you just get...
Monitor via SNMP.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, God. Yikes.
Alric. So funny.
Botched it.
So, I don't think I have your new account in my friends list.
There it goes again. It spiked again. It just... Huh? Oh, it's unwilling. Commander Unwilling. I could have named him Unwilling Fool. I should have thought about that before I made him. But it's too late now, so I can't rename him. Got it. Now friends with Commander Bud.
Invited you to my private group.
Cool. I'm landing at Hauser's Reach right now, and I'll accept. The more, the merrier. I mean, we got to get this thing submitted before the 8th in order to get our player faction and all that shit going. But we need to get the player group going before we can get the player faction, so I don't think we're even going to make it.
Okay.
I mean, that's kind of not very optimistic of me, but from what I've heard, it takes a really long time for FDev to put anything into motion. So if we have to submit a player group request before we can do a player faction request, there's a good chance that the player group request won't happen until, you know, a month from now. Who knows? And then the player group request or the player faction request won't happen until after October 8th, which means...
well, it makes sense. They want it to be for groups that are already established.
Yeah.
All right.
So true. You okay over there, Alaric?
Absolutely. Just scanning every ship that comes in and out of this station, killing some time until we figure out what we're gonna do.
Well, you want to earn some money. I mean, you could collect meta alloys and earn money that way, but
I'm kind of in the middle of nowhere. I guess I could do some stuff at this Empire station and to improve my rank anyway.
Are you farming rank at all?
My rank is sitting at outsider, but it's sitting at 100%, so I don't know why I can't get the mission I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, so the alerts I'm getting say
Request.
It's CPU usage. I did change some stuff to my
Add
stream,
21.
but it wasn't anything significant. Yeah, this is so weird. Okay, so I guess I did hit. It does spike every once in a while. I don't know how to fix it. Ah.
What's up?
Oh, my streaming software keeps bitching at me. Maybe I need to rescale output or something.
So I found it was tied to my camera, and it was like when I was using my webcam, it was just
Oh, good idea.
pegging the CPU.
I'm gonna turn off all these extra apps I have running right now.
Yeah, and if you in OBS, if you've got like a bunch of things on your scene that you've just got hidden and they're not actually being used, delete them from your scene. It's better to delete them because otherwise they're still processing.
Well, I don't have a webcam.
But like your picture-in-picture stuff, do you delete them every time you're done? Yep. So it's constantly searching for those apps.
I think?
Mm-hmm.
It just spiked while I was just sitting here, or it just skipped frames while I was sitting here at the station. For fuck's sake. Alright, well, I can try it. I'll try removing some of this shit.
Pardon me.
Yeah, why not? Goodbye, friendly streams. Okay, most of it's gone.
Let's get dangerous.
Yeah,
right, there's nothing in this system.
I am in VR and I am playing Elite. Sorry that my stream on Mixer doesn't say that. I don't think Mixer lets me put in like a VR tag, so. But VR Elite is pretty cool because I can do this kind of stuff. I can look around in my ship.
Landing gear, lights, powered engines.
You know, I've never actually tried this. Let's see what happens when I go inside my ship and try and look around. Oh wow, I can see back behind the elevator shaft in the middle of the ship.
Reset filter.
I feel like Lord Unix sounds.
Oh, you poor guy. Are you sick right now? Did you catch the plague?
Oh yeah, I've been out all week with it.
It's a bummer, dude.
Yay!
Alaric sounds happy that you're sick.
Not really. I'm just saying, I know the feeling.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
all in my house right now. Jump and scan.
So I was thinking of doing some network hacking later. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow morning when I wake up. A little warm-up session.
What are you doing?
Well, I was going to start off with some over-the-wire. Have you ever heard of it before?
Mm-mm.
So there's a website called overthewire.org. Basically, it's a war game simulator. So
Oh, okay.
there's
Yeah.
a bunch of hackable things that you can do. A lot of them require some development, like
What's
script
here?
development. The one I was going to start out with is basically what everybody should start with when they play over the wire, and that's it's called Bandit. Basically, it's SSH to a machine. You find the flag. The flag is the password for the next level. So
Oh yeah, those kind of games. Yeah.
you use the password to log into the next level, and you climb the ladder basically.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're not. I mean, it's puzzle solving, right?
kind of, but it's like privilege escalation, puzzle solving stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But it's still like it's carefully laid out so you can succeed.
Yeah, kind
It's
of.
not actually. It's not actually social engineering.
No, it's not social engineering. So there are certain things that are vulnerable in Bash that a lot of people don't know about. Like you can use Vim to gain root access if it hasn't been patched, but some of the games are a little old. So other things like using setuid or using setuid to run a program.
I thought you said you were doing network hacking.
Well, that's next, right? So
Oh, okay.
after that, you can down VulnHub and actually find some network services to hack. I know how to buffer overflow, write a Python script that'll buffer overflow a mail server that uses POP. So
Okay. So where's the network hacking?
sending it over the network, I guess. What do you think of
Okay.
when I say network hacking? Like hacking into switches or something?
Well, using network protocols to gain access to things that you're not supposed to.
Oh, right. Like maybe some. What do they call that one?
Like
Smurfing?
bypassing a firewall. Like, how would you bypass a firewall?
Oh, right. Okay.
Have you seen the guys that stream hacking people that are those scammers that try to get access to your system?
Yeah,
Those
are
are
you
my
talking
favorite
about
videos.
those guys that you call for support and then they fuck your
And then
computer up
They're
worse?
like, yeah, just share me access to your computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then people are like, okay,
Those are
sure.
fun.
And they're doing it like from a VM that's like wholly infected with viruses.
Yeah. Well, or they'll set up an entirely fake computer inside their yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and then it's just-
VM, virtual machine. Yep.
When I worked at that repair shop I worked at, there was a kid. He was probably about 15, and he was working at this place with us. And he actually got one of those computers at our shop to get fixed, to get repaired. And so what he did was he got the phone number, and he set up a VM on his desktop, and actually sat there and wasted like 3 hours talking to one of the dudes. And it was a fresh install of Windows, like in a VM. And yeah, he did that same thing that you guys are talking about.
Yep. And then what you do is you log everything that comes in and out of that machine, and you keep it on a quarantine network so it doesn't touch anything else on your network. And then you track their command and control, and then you go after their command and control.
Oh, you can hack them back? I didn't even think
Yeah.
about that. That's gotta
Yeah.
be illegal.
What? Well,
No, I mean they were coming in to do illegal things to you.
yeah.
Oh,
And most of the time they're in a place that's
In
not
another
protected
country.
by any laws,
Yeah.
right? That's, yeah.
Also, you can also, what the guy that I was watching did, he just had all these Photoshop photos of sexy lizards, and he hid them in folders called bank information and credit card info.
Yeah.
And the hacker like is going through a system and just opens it up, and he's like, "What is this? What is this?" He's like, "I don't know. I don't know, man. Don't judge." It's amazing. Just doing little subtle trolls. I like the ones where they hack them back too, but I love the ones where the guy that's hacking them is like, "What is this? What the hell? What have you done?"
Or you download a bunch of kittens, pictures of kittens.
Yeah.
Kitty porn.
And because then at that point, it's like, you know that they're early. When you label it with bank information and they click it, you know they were coming to do mischievous crap. You know what I mean? You know for a fact you've got a prime target. Once they open that folder, it's like, all right, now I'm coming after you. You would have helped me out with my actual tech support problem. It wouldn't have been a big deal.
Well, most people have patched any kind of big exploits that are really easy to abuse. So you could go after them, but you're probably not going to get very far unless they're that dumb. Which, I mean, the guy that was trying to hack my friend at work, in the VM, he was pretty dumb. Like, he literally just ran some stupid commands and recolored the command prompt so that it looked like it was bad. Like, he recolored it red so that it would look like it was a bunch of errors. And then he said, "Oh, see this, you have a problem." But really, he was just printing out the system info in red text. And yeah, they just did dumb shit like that. Trying to think of other games I can stream, not just Elite. Seems like I get a lot of people who watch, but they don't subscribe, so I don't understand. Or maybe my streaming software is just broken and it doesn't detect that anymore. You still alive, bud?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I just put the what do you call it? Repair limpet controller and fuel transfer controllers and AFM in my Anaconda.
Oh, because you're heading back to the bubble. Gotcha.
Well, wherever I head, I'm now a fuel rat. So.
How do you get missions to do?
Oh, you just sit in their IRC and you reply to the alerts. What they alert you when somebody needs help, and they tell you where they're located, and you just reply with how many jumps away you are. And if you're the closest, dispatch will tell you to go help them and help you connect with that person, and join a wing and go help them.
Oh man, the software that or the voice attack commands that Malik wrote would be perfect for that, wouldn't they? You could just say distance to this system, and it would tell you how many light years away you were.
Yeah, if I could pronounce half of these systems.
Good.
Or you could just say the word paste. You could copy it from the chat log that they send you, and then just hit paste, and then plot a route. And then all you have to say is next system, or well, target. And then that phrase. Not gonna say it right now. Well, this base is cool. Goryu Oasis? Goryu Oasis? I like it. Less talking.
Poor bud. He's dying.
Just a little bit each day.
The old man.
I can't help it.
I do have a favorite station that I've been to so far. I think it's called. Let me see if I can find it. It's over by Maya, and it is called.
Also, I set this command up today.
Oh no!
Screenshot.
Well, I can't find it.
You know I had to.
I can't find it because I haven't actually been there in this account. So
Wow, by putting that shit on my ship, yeah, that reduced my travel range by 7 light years.
damn, bro.
Screenshot.
Yeah. But that's, you know, it's important stuff. I mean, I guess I could have
There
gotten
she goes.
smaller versions of them. They don't need to be big. Let me try that. Well, no, the AFM I want to be big. But fuel transfer doesn't need to be big.
This doesn't even have a shipyard. What kind of garbage is this?
You know, I think I'm gonna log on to my main account and go kill some Thargoids.
Yes. Let's do it.
I don't have any. Oh, you could like sit in my ship and fly with me.
That's
That
what I'm
would
saying.
work.
I could just hang out.
Yeah, you don't actually have to like wing up with me. You could just multi-crew with me. I don't have a fighter bay though.
You don't have a. Oh, that's fine. I'll just watch. I'd like to see them in person from a passenger seat without the risk of having to pay my insurance over and over and over again. Like I said, I'm also killing an hour and a half until my actual Explorer ship comes in, so I can do a Road to Riches run.
I don't really have any actual viewers on right now, so I think
Well,
I think they're all me. I don't know. No, I think I do have one
think they're all
viewer
me.
on YouTube. Oh, well, I opened up one browser for each of my streams so that I can like maintain it. You know, like I had this weirdo that got into my YouTube chat and started talking weird cousin molesty shit. So I banned him real quick. Well, I didn't ban him. I just blocked him from talking. And then I said, if you
Right,
like my
good.
stream, please subscribe. Right? Because you don't ban viewers. You just say, no, not
Squelch,
that
you
kind of
squelch 'em.
talking.
Yeah. Squelch.
Yeah, squelch.
oh, these giant
Breaker
solar
19,
panels.
Breaker 19.
Alright. Yeah, okay. So I got most of that jump range back by changing my fuel transfer and my repair Olympic controller from size
Landing
5
gear.
to size 3.
That works.
Yeah, now I'm back up to 71 light years. Okay. And I still have a 6D AFM. So, yeah, size 6, and then I've got my 7A fuel scoop. Yup.
Huh, I got a whole ton of people in my Twitch chat, unless they're all bots. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Maybe I do have a few viewers right now, but I'm sure they wouldn't mind if I went and killed some Thargoids. For
You
a
may
little
have
bit.
some lurkers. Yeah, you'll gain some.
But my stream title says 80 mil an hour passenger missions, so I'm sure everybody wants to see that when they come to my channel, not me killing Thargoids. That's the problem. But I could restart the stream and rename it.
Screenshot. Exactly. Now you're thinking.
Man, hearing you cough makes me want to cough.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry.
Actually, my last cold, I coughed so much my ribs hurt by the last
Yeah, that's-
day. Yeah.
Ugh. I know. I'm debating how many limpets I want to carry with me. Because I know I can synthesize them. It's just
Oh no. That's expensive.
they're so yeah, it is so expensive to synthesize them, right? So, but like it's also each limpet is 1 ton of weight. So, like if I carry 20 tons, what is that going to do to my range? That brings me down to 66. I'm carrying those.
How many limpets do you need to fully refuel somebody? Should we find out?
It depends on how much they have, right?
Well,
I think the video watched earlier today recommended a minimum of 8.
Yeah, because it's well, so each limpet is 1 ton of fuel. So it all depends on what the ship is that you're refueling. Because like my fuel tank is fucking massive. But you don't need a full tank. You just need to be able to get to the next place.
Lights.
camera action.
I love all these commands. A bunch of these were so weird with modifier buttons, and now I can just focus on flying. I say as though I was crashing into everything earlier.
Yeah, so 67 if I drop it down to 15.
Also, it makes me feel more engaged with my ship than I already did, which I mean, I already felt really engaged with my ship by using a HOTUS.
Yeah.
Especially the way it talks back sometimes.
Alright.
You feel all high tech now?
63 is still twice what I was getting in my crate, so.
Why the hell am I going so slow? My throttle's at full.
I will say though that my the crate is so much better for exploration because it turns.
Right?
Yeah.
Come on, gas giant, quit slowing me down. Good grief. This is unbearable. Well, might as well scan all this shit while I'm pointing my nose that way. Finally. Man, I could not listen to that Bear L guy anymore. He was talking so much shit about Elite. Ugh.
Oh, well, it was great because I was literally in there for 20 minutes trying to join a game with them, and the game would just not load. And when it did load, it was like seconds per frame, not frames per second.
Uh-oh.
And everybody was having the same issue. And then I'm like, all right, well, let me just restart the client. And I'm like, we'll start a private game. We'll not use the public servers. And it couldn't even start a private game. And I was just like, yeah, that's it. After like 5 tries, I'm like, yeah, this game is fucked. I'm so glad I paid money for it. And yeah, and then they all got offended. Like they're like, whoa, wait, just wait. We're getting another patch. And I'm like, yeah, I've been waiting 3 years. And then one guy's like, well, I've been waiting like 7. I'm like, okay, all right, I know what crowd I'm here with. So Gandor's been talking about his recruiting, and it's like, is that really Super Friends?
Yeah.
Anyway.
It bugs me. I mean, I tried to stop him, but it's like when you buy stocks in a company, immediately you try and get other people to buy stocks to increase the value of that company. Or buying Bitcoin, or buying whatever, you know, you put money into something and you immediately think it's the best idea you ever had, and you want everybody else to join in too, and that kind of attitude really bothers me. Because you could talk somebody into a bad investment, and totally honestly with yourself think that it was a good idea, and you end up making enemies.
Yeah, and Taters was in there too, trying to get it to work, and everybody was having the same problem, and I'm just like, that's Yeah. What I'm doing is working, so I'm good.
Yeah.
Like
Well.
honestly, I just wish that we had planetary landings already. Once that happens in this game, it's over. Like to be, I wish also No Man's Sky would update their flight mechanics. To be honest, because they've got a great game too, especially with all the updates they've done. And they
Yeah.
have a team of 12, including their PR department, which is outrageous.
If No Man's Sky actually had VR, I'd probably play that game a lot. But I don't even think you could
Right?
play that game in VR. It would be so
Nope.
difficult.
You can do it with Vorpex, but it runs like garbage already, so it wouldn't run well in VR.
But think about the game model. You can't. I don't think you can do that in VR. It's always third person, so.
No, it's not always third person. They only just added third person.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, third person just came out in the most recent update.
Huh.
It was never third person until the recent update.
Okay, I'm making an
It was always
announcement.
first person.
I'm gonna stop my stream. I'm going to go do some Thargoid hunting, kill some
Oh god, I botched it.
some
Sorry.
aliens.
Sorry.
It's alright. I haven't done this in a while though, so I'm only gonna do Cyclopses until I get warmed up. If I ever get warmed up. So I'll be right back.